guys, welcome back to my channel for another vlog. If you're new here, I'm Chelsea from Just Me, Chelsea B. Welcome to my channel. I could not be happier that you are here and that you found me amongst the whole world of YouTube. So here on my channel, I like to post a lot of different content from our running adventures, our outdoorsy travels and fun on our e-bikes, our life with our rescue dog Gary. He is a Shih Tzu and we rescued him just a couple years ago and he's super cute and lovable. I know if you've not watched any of my videos, you'll definitely become familiar with him if you stick around. We love him to death. And also we share a lot of content about our new city life here in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. So we moved here from Northwest Florida last summer. And so we actually lived in Northwest Florida for 3 whole years in the Destin, Panama City Beach 30A area. We absolutely love the beach life because it kind of encompasses everything that we love to do. But last summer we decided to change it up. We were gonna aim for St. Pete, Tampa area, looking for rentals down there just to check it out. But we couldn't find anything. And then obviously the hurricane hit and caused a ton of damage and we just felt like all signs were pointing somewhere else and everything told us to move here to Raleigh and that's where we are. So we have landed here for the time being. We signed a 10-month lease and so we're just living the city life and we have been loving creating videos and bringing you guys along as we figure it all out and see if it works for us, what we like about it and what we don't. So that's what you'll find here on my channel. We kind of are up to a lot of different things, but a lot of the time you'll see me working from home. I work from home as a social media manager. I have been in social media marketing since 2018 and as a freelancer. So I work for clients all across the United States. I've worked with over 50 different people and different businesses and clients. So I've kind of dipped my toe in a little bit of everything. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from University of Central Arkansas in mass communications. So I've been making videos for a really long time. I graduated back in 2011, which makes me 35 years old, which is typically pretty shocking to people. They're like, oh, I cannot believe you're 35. One, because maybe I don't necessarily always dress or look like a 35-year-old, if that is even a thing. But also my voice, if I had $1 for every time someone made a comment about how I should be a Disney character voiceover, I would probably be a millionaire. If I could figure out how to do that, I totally would, but I don't have an acting background. So that is definitely something that comes up a lot, especially vlogging our life, but it is what it is. With this channel inching closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, I figured it'd probably be a good time to go over just a couple of things that you guys really might not know about me. So I share a ton of our outdoorsy adventures. We're always up and going and doing all the things, but I don't necessarily share too much personal stuff on here. So I figured you guys might want to get to know a little bit more about me. We love creating videos to share our experiences, but one of my biggest goals for 2025 is to obviously keep growing this channel, but to create a community and connect with more people that are like us. So I figured I should probably tell you guys a little bit more about me than what I have before. So here are some fun facts that you might not know about myself, Nick, and Gary. I have run an entire marathon before, a whole 26.2 miles back in Arkansas. It's been several years now, but I've also run over 5 half marathons, plenty of 10Ks and 5Ks, and I have some races that I want to do in 2025. I haven't nailed one down just yet. Last year, I did aim to do a half marathon, and then life went crazy, so I didn't get to tackle one last year, but I might do that distance this year. I might stick to shorter distances. It just kind of depends, but I have been running since my freshman year of college, back a million years ago, and I haven't stopped since. I grew up doing sports. I played softball when I was really young and then got into competitive cheerleading all the way through high school. So whenever I got to college, it just felt natural to jump into another hobby that kept pushing myself and, you know, kept fitness going. So that's how I got into running. I went to one of my best friend's sister's half marathons in Conway and fell in love with running. Like I saw these people running these races and I was like, I want to do that. That looks amazing. So that's what I did. And I ended up running that same exact marathon, just the full distance versus the half. And yeah, so fell in love with it back then, still doing it today, and I still absolutely love running. So if you love running, you are in the right place. Nick also grew up playing basketball. He's always been an athlete. He's always been doing all of the things to keep himself busy. And Nick is actually 6 years older than me. So you might not know that, but he actually is the same age as my older sister and brother-in-law, which is fun. They didn't know each other in high school, but they graduated the same year. We like to stay active. We like to do all of the things. I've actually convinced him to run a few half marathons with me, and and he, didn't love it by any means, but he showed up and did it. You don't really see him a lot here on my channel. He doesn't have social media. He's not a social media type of guy, but he absolutely loves flying his drone, gets some really great clips, and I love the footage that he gets to show the cities and the beaches and everything from up high. That perspective changes everything, and I feel like it brings so much fun to our channel. So he doesn't talk on the channel or anything, but you'll always see him kind of in the background. But that's Nick, and we've been together for 12 years, and we actually started dating through his sister, who I used to work for at a law firm back in Arkansas. A little bit about our rescue dog, Gary. We rescued him back in 2023 from a place of hope for small dogs out of Pensacola, Florida, and he was originally named Happy from the rescue foster family that he was with, and it could not fit him any better. He is the happiest dog that I've ever known. We got him a couple months after we lost our second senior dog, Cooper. We had two senior dogs, Joey, he was a terrier mix, and then we had Cooper, who was a Tibetan Spaniel. Cooper was 14, about to turn 15, and Joey lived until he was 18 years old. So we lost them both within the same year, and it was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. Still feels emotional whenever I think about it, but it's been 2 years since Cooper passed away, so I did not handle losing all of our dogs very well. It was so hard, and Gary has just brought such a bright light into our life, and we are so thankful for him and his happy little spirit. He wakes up happy, he goes to sleep happy, he is just the best little dog, and we truly feel like he was made for us. We feel like our two previous dogs combined and made him and sent him our way, because he has so many characteristics of those two. It's so strange. Sometimes we're looking at him and we're just thinking, oh my gosh, you're exactly like Cooper in this way, you're exactly like Joey in this way, and it's totally a God thing, because he just came into our life at the right time, has brought so much happiness and joy, and we are so thankful. We've learned a ton about being rescue dog parents. We've had Cooper and Joey both since they were puppies, so they were never rescues. We just had them their whole lives. They were together for 8-ish years, bonded pair, and I really think that Cooper was brokenhearted whenever Joey had to go first. So I think, they were together for so long, and Gary would have probably loved to hang out with those two. He probably would have drove Cooper crazy, because as he got older, he got a little grumpier. Joey probably would have ran him around like crazy, and they would have been the best playmates ever. So we might get another dog one day, but for now, our hands are full with Gary. We love him to death, but he has some anxiety. That's the thing with the rescue dog we've learned, is that loud noises are not his thing. The groomer is totally not his thing. If you've noticed, his hair is wild. I feel like out of all the Shih Tzus, we probably got the craziest haired one. And then he really hates riding in the car. So the groomer, the car, and any sort of loud noises are just so not for him. We have worked with his vet. He has some calming medication that we give to him, which does make a difference, but I don't want it to be something that he has to take every single day. But whenever he's in a stressful situation, we give that to him, and it does help. The groomer is still hit or miss. We do have to get him groomed every few months. We try to maintain it ourselves, but he wiggles like no other. You cannot keep him still in one place. So that's why his face looks a little crazy a lot of times, because he's a mess, and he makes it the biggest challenge ever. We actually had him groomed this past week, and we went to a lady that he has seen now 2 times, and the first time she said he was so great. He let her do all the things. He was very brave, is what she said. But this last week, he went in there and she called and said, I don't think Gary's having it today. They gave us a 50% off discount because he just was not having it. His face is still kind of not cleaned up, but his body, he let them do that. So it's give or take. We're learning with him, and we are trying to figure out the best route to go there. But he's super sweet. He just cannot. He doesn't like the groomer, and apparently Shih Tzus are known to be a little difficult with their faces and with grooming. So you live and you learn, and we are just rolling with the punches. But overall, he's such a sweet dog, and we are so thankful for him. So I know you guys love him too. We absolutely love seeing your comments about you guys watching cute little things that he does, and he would probably love you. He was described by his foster as a dog who has never met a stranger and never missed a meal, and both of those things are 100% true. So gotta love Gary. Everybody loves him. Back in Arkansas, where we are originally born and raised, we used to flip houses. I was a licensed realtor in the state, and Nick bought and flipped 5 different properties over the years. We lived in every single flip house, and we moved out of every single one and lived in a rental in between. So total, we have moved over 20 times in our 12 years. We are expert movers at this rate, which you might be familiar with after all of our videos. We've moved and moved and moved and moved. I wouldn't recommend moving this many times, but I don't know what life is like to actually sit still. We're very nomadic, and luckily with our work, it being remote and working on the computer, as long as we have Wi-Fi, we're good to go. We definitely are taking advantage of the flexibility of that, and that is actually what made us move back in 2021 to the beach. We were like, we might as well go ahead and try it and see what it's like. So we did that, and that's how we ended up in Florida. But we vacationed there for several years, and then ended up finding a really great apartment and fell in love with the beach life. So I started in the world of social media back in 2018, and it was all because of a blog that I was writing back then, a personal blog. I went to school for broadcast journalism. I was actually a weather girl for News 6 at UCA back in the day, fun fact. I've always loved any sort of marketing, and I never knew how to dip my toes into it because I didn't have the degree in it. I had a mass communications degree, but I didn't have a marketing degree. So got started with my blog and built my own website and did all of that, and got my foot in the door with a marketing agency, and ever since then I haven't looked back. It's been really fun. It is something that I would love to do, and it is always changing. None of my days look the same. I have worked with so many great people, but my heart really is with small businesses. I love working with people who want to grow their small business. So that's what I really love to do. Lots of service-based industries, some fun ones like podcasts and restaurants and tanning salons, things like that. So a little bit of everything. Sometimes I feel like it takes kind of multiple personalities to do what I do, because you go from one client to a next and you have to write for different people. But that's what keeps it fun. That's what keeps my brain going, because I can lose interest really quickly and get bored. So that's why this field of work is absolutely perfect for me, and my brain needing just to constantly bounce around from one thing to another. So I really like it, and we'll see how long I'm in it. I don't know. It's been this long so far, so I don't see it changing anytime soon, and I absolutely love everything about it. It doesn't have a lot of the benefits of a corporate job. Obviously, I'm self-employed and have been this way for several years, so I'm used to it at this point. It would be weird to go back to an office, but I have worked at a law firm before. I worked in real estate, done a little bit of everything, but this has been the best fit so far. So we'll see where things go down the road, but hopefully my YouTube channel will grow, and it's just been so fun starting it from 0 and getting to almost 1,000 so far. So fingers crossed 2025 will pick up even more. We'll see, who knows. A few more things about us. We love paddleboarding. We love our e-bikes. We have paddleboarded with dolphins in the Gulf of Mexico, beautiful sea turtles out there, manatees in Tampa Bay, and we hope to do a lot more here in the Carolinas in the spring and summer. So there's a lot of lakes that we want to check out, and then obviously a lot more hiking too. There's higher elevation here, which is really fun because Florida's so super flat. And then obviously the beach over at Wrightsville and Wilmington. We might paddleboard out there. I don't know. People do apparently. It's a little choppier, so we'll see. I don't know, but that is the plan for the spring and summer. I'm excited to check it all out, but we absolutely love both of those things, our paddleboards and our e-bikes, 2 investments that we are so thankful that we did have back in Florida, because we were able to see and do way more things than what we could have done without them. So can't recommend both of those enough. If you are heading down to Florida, they make life a lot easier, a lot more fun, and you get to see all sorts of things that you would not get to without them. I think that's a little bit of everything. This year, I just really hope to be able to connect with you guys more, be more consistent. I'm posting right now every Wednesday and Sunday. I like to post videos that we feel like we can bring you guys along with us. I don't like to watch a lot of these channels that are just constantly pushing and pushing and pushing products and making you feel like you have to click this link and that link. I like to go through people's adventures, live vicariously through their travels and see things, and then maybe one day we can go see and do those things too. So hopefully you enjoy that part of our channel. We like to be somewhat of an escape, a happy place that you can go to. So that's our goal here. We want you to feel like you are hanging out with us and that you can connect with us and that we're just real humans here filming our day-to-day life, and hopefully you can connect with that and that you don't feel any sort of pressure here to buy or that we're just like a big giant commercial, because that is absolutely not my goal. I just want to create a community of like-minded people, and that is what I'm crossing my fingers will happen here in 2025. So I think I'll wrap up this little fun fact about me video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to drop any comments down below if there's anything you connect with, or if you have questions about anything and everything. Feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. So thank you all for stopping by today. I will see you guys on Sunday.